Hello, my retro friends. Thank you again for finding my channel, Mike the Retro Realtor. Today, we're just going to have a little fun. We're going to talk about a car show I went to this past weekend here in Brookfield. I went to bi-weekly Cars, Croissants, and Coffee, hosted in the Galleria West, basically the corner of Blue Mountain and Brookfield roads. I like this one. Not only does it draw a great crowd and a wide variance of cars, it also collects donations for Make-A-Wish Foundation, one of my favorite charities. Again, even though there is Ferraris, Lamborghinis, McLarens, a lot of expensive stuff, I like to focus on the Redwoods, the cars from the 80s and the 90s. I made a point to talk to as many owners as possible when they're around. I know we're all kind of bouncing around, but there were a couple cars I did actually get to talk to the owners, and I went a little more into those cars, so I hope you enjoy the clips of what I shot. Here we have a beautiful example of a 1996 VW Golf Harlequin. This show did a really good job representing the 1990s. Look at this Camaro. We got all black with T-tops and even a manual transmission. Very cool, very fun car from the 90s. One quirky thing about American laws is you can import generally any car once they become 25 years old. Here we have 3 imported cars from Japan, the first one being this really cool 1993 Toyota Crown. All 3 of these cars are right-hand drive. This is the pinnacle of Japanese luxury. Next we have a Honda Life, again imported from Japan. Look at how narrow this is. Again, also right-hand drive, but I would be concerned driving this thing on any type of sloped turn. Look at how tall and narrow that is. Very cute though, very pragmatic. I can see why the Japanese would love something like this. I'm going to call this a Toyota 4Runner, knowing that it wasn't sold as a Toyota 4Runner when it was originally sold in Japan, thus the right-hand drive. I was not able to talk to the owner, but boy, I'd like to learn a lot more about this car. Here we have a Honda S2000. These cars were made from 1999 to 2009. They produced over 100,000 of these. You do see them on the streets from time to time. Very cool sports car. This is a 2004 Jaguar XJ8 powered by a supercharged 4.2-liter V8 matted to a 6-speed automatic. This is the last of the big, sexy Jaguar coupes and convertibles. This thing even came with a GPS back in 2004, which is unheard of. Owner tells me Jaguar stopped making gas-powered cars this summer. God, I hope that's not true. This is a Gen 2 F-150 Lightning, a sport truck from the late 90s, early 2000s. Judging by those rear wheels, I don't think that's a stock engine in this thing. I would love to talk to the owner about what's going on with this truck, but it is very cool with that side step. Gotta give credit where credit is due. This is definitely a Redwood for the ages. This is a 1999 Mercury Cougar with a Ford Taurus engine swap in it. This thing has a 5-speed manual and just looks like it'll go like hell. This was supposed to be Mercury's version of a tuner's car to compete with the likes of a Honda Civic. This was a big departure from the Mercury Cougars of the 1990s and 80s. This is a much smaller front-wheel drive car. This was well done and it's very cool. This is a beautiful example of a 1979 Chevy Camaro. This has a 3-speed automatic matched up to a 305 V8. Tom is the original owner and he has taken immaculate care of this great survivor, this timepiece right here. I just love the look of this Miata. This thing has seen some stuff. I don't know much about this car at all. The owner was not around, but God bless him for pulling this thing out. I love it. But what I can tell you is this is a front engine 4-cylinder paired to a 5-speed and it's rear wheel drive. In the 1990s, Buick made the Roadmaster. They made a sedan, the more desirable, in my opinion, the wagon. There's some very cool things going on between those wheels. Unfortunately, again, the owner is not around. Ideally, if you're going to get one of these Roadmasters, you want one with the 350, the LT1, that puts down 260 horsepower. I don't know the story of this RX-7, but boy, I wish the owner was around. I'd love to talk to him so I can get the story in that engine and what's going on. Either way, I absolutely love it. Look at how cool this thing is. I see a manual transmission. Look at the meats at the rear. That thing is built for speed, and it makes a lot of noise. We heard it all coming in. Very cool sound. Wouldn't be a car show if I wouldn't brought my Fiero in. I will go to the grave saying, you can't buy a more fun for $10,000 than a V6 powered manual Fiero. Wouldn't be a car show without a Corvette. I don't know the year of this. I'm guessing late 70s, but I love the T-tops. I love the black. Love the lines of this car. It does speak late 70s. Not being a Corvette guy myself, I don't know a ton about them. Just enjoy the look of this one. This is one of my favorite cars of all time. At 6'5", this was my muscle car back in the 90s. This is a 1998 Lincoln Mark 8 Collector's Edition. Very cool. This was the last after their 5-year run in 1998, but very cool. We will go into the my 96 Coupe and my 94 convertible. Powering this rear-wheel drive car, you have a 4.6-liter 32-valve V8 that pumps out 280 horsepower. A great deal of power for 1993 through 1998. This is a 1992 Dodge Caravan short version. These things were all over the roads from the mid-80s well into the 2000s. Every other house had a Dodge or Chrysler or Plymouth minivan. Here is a Fiat X19. Later examples like this, 1988, were manufactured and produced by Patrone. What's really interesting about this car is this was Italy's first very affordable for the masses mid-engine sports car. That was a wrap-up of my experience at Brookfield's Cars, Croissants, and Coffee. I really enjoyed this show. Obviously, I picked out some of the cars that are noteworthy to me. I do really enjoy the 80s and 90s cars. Most of the stuff I rattled off here was basically from my own knowledge growing up in the 80s and 90s. Go check it out. It's every other Sunday from 9 till noon at the Galleria West, basically the corner of Brookfield and Blue Mound Roads. Hope to see you there. Talk to you then. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you like my video, please like and subscribe to keep up with the newest videos. And as always, keep it retro, my friends.